Dragon Lady. I think that we may have a few wandering souls walking around downstairs. Mercedes glances at Teddy with some concern. Mercedes. What makes you think that we may have some wandering souls? Dragon Lady. I swear that I heard footsteps walk by the washroom when I was taking a piss. Teddy. The only wandering souls walking around is us. Dragon Lady. We're going to need a metal casket from the showroom for this load. Teddy enters the casket showroom and comes back pushing in a metal casket. Dragon Lady. Just push it up against the wall for me. Dragon Lady, Mercedes, and Teddy suddenly become startled to the sound of two male voices in the service elevator. Teddy. Who the fuck is that? Dragon Lady. It sounds like Sandman and Cue Ball. The three begin to panic as they hear the sound of the service elevator coming up towards them. Mercedes. Did you remember to lock the back door? Teddy. I think I forgot to lock it after letting in Dragon Lady. The three suddenly freeze as they observe a short, fat, bald-headed man open the safety gates to step out. Cue Ball. Honey, we're home. Dragon Lady. What the fuck are you doing here? Cue Ball. I'm not alone, sweet cheeks, so cool your fucking jets. Sandman steps out of the elevator with a huge grin on his face. Sandman. Now is that any way to greet the owner of our operation? Sandman glances toward Teddy and Mercedes. Sandman. You must be Mercedes and Teddy I heard about? Teddy. Yes sir. That would be us. Sandman. Everyone can relax and continue what you were doing. Cue Ball. I must say, Dragon Lady, that this is quite the setup we have going on here. Sandman. I have some strong advice. Dragon Lady. Which would be? Sandman. To make sure that you lock the fucking doors because we could have been anyone walking in. Teddy. That was my mistake sir, I will make sure it'll never happen again in the future sir. Cue Ball. Now there's a smart kid using his fucking brain. Dragon Lady. At least Teddy has a fucking brain to think with. Sandman. Are you two going to start your shit again? Cue Ball. Where's the nearest washroom so I can go take a good dump? Mercedes. There's one on the first floor and there's one down in the basement. Sandman. Please use the one in the basement so we don't have to smell it here. Cue Ball leaves the embalming room to proceed down the stairs. Sandman. So Dragon Lady. Have you had the chance to review our client list since our meeting? Mercedes. I have our up-to-date client list right here in the binder. Sandman begins to review the client information while Dragon Lady glances at Mercedes. Sandman. This is a pretty impressive list we have here. Dragon Lady. I have 20 more clients who want to come on board. Sandman. Do you remember our conversation regarding buying this place? Dragon Lady. I certainly do. Sandman. Well, it appears that we have a serious issue with that idea. Dragon Lady. Really, and what issue would that be? Sandman. I had taken the liberty to call the real estate office after you had left. Dragon Lady. Okay, so what's the fucking issue? Mercedes and Teddy begin to become very nervous to the conversation. Sandman. The issue is, Dragon Lady, that someone has already bought this place, so is there something you want to share with me? Dragon Lady glances at Sandman with a stunned look on her face. Dragon Lady. This is the first time that I have heard about this information. Sandman. What about you, Mercedes and Teddy? Mercedes and Teddy begin to shake a bit. Mercedes. This is our first time hearing about this. Teddy. Did the real estate staff say who bought the place? Sandman. They advised me that the buyer was confidential information. Dragon Lady. So that means that we have to clear out of here real quick. Sandman. Or we can just offer the buyers a great deal to join us. Sandman, Dragon Lady, Mercedes, and Teddy direct their attention to a female voice coming from the wall speaker over the entrance door. Female voice. Hello Sandman and Dragon Lady. Mercedes begins to smile as she recognizes the voice as being Angel. Sandman. What the fuck is going here, Dragon Lady? Dragon Lady. Beats the living fuck out of me, dude. Female voice. I am one of the lost wandering souls with a message. Sandman. Is this some sort of a fucking joke? Female voice. Relax Sandman, I just want to talk to you about our new operation. Sandman. I have no idea on who the fuck you are, but this is my operation. Female voice. It was your operation up until we purchased the funeral home, so now this is our operation. Teddy. Wow, so this place does have some wandering souls in it. Dragon Lady. Wandering souls my ass. Teddy. They must be using the first floor main office intercom system. Female voice. If you want to find me, then get off your fat asses and come look for me. Sandman. I'll text Cue Ball to meet us down in the main office. Everyone exits the embalming room. First floor main office. Dragon Lady, Sandman, Teddy, and Mercedes enter the main office to find the phone receiver laying on the desk with a handwritten note beside it. Dragon Lady. You need to be a little bit faster to catch me. Sandman. Where the fuck is Cue Ball? Dragon Lady. Maybe he drowned his bald head in the toilet. Sandman. Mercedes and Teddy. I want you two to do a room-to-room check. Mercedes and Teddy quickly leave the office while Sandman stares at Dragon Lady with anger in his face. Sandman. You had better not have anything to do with this fucking shit show, because I'll fucking kill you. Dragon Lady. Perhaps I should go assist Teddy and Mercedes. Sandman. Nice try. You just keep your ass right here where I can see it. Dragon Lady. Don't tell me that you're scared of an old creepy funeral home. Sandman. To tell you the truth, I hate fucking funeral homes. Dragon Lady and Sandman become startled when they glance across the hall to observe the light going off and on over in the large viewing room. Sandman. We need to get our asses the fuck out of here. Sandman attempts to leave the office when he sees a casket being pushed across the doorway. Dragon Lady. Damn. Whoever is doing this is really fucking good. Sandman peeks outside the entrance to find nobody with the casket and begins to yell out loud. Sandman. Where the fuck are you, Cue Ball? Sandman directs his attention to a text message from Cue Ball's phone. Text message. Hello Sandman, it's me again, your lost wandering soul with your bald-headed geek passed out beside me. Sandman begins to yell out again. Sandman. Alright. Whoever you are. I will give you anything to let me go. Sandman reviews another text message. Text message. I want you and Dragon Lady to proceed to the lounge and sit your asses down in the middle of the lounge. Also place any weapons on another table when you enter the lounge. Dragon Lady. Where in the fuck do you think you're going? Sandman. I'm going over to the fucking lounge. Dragon Lady. And you call yourself a real badass fucking drug dealer? Sandman and Dragon slowly enter the lounge as they place their handguns down on the first table before proceeding to the center table to sit down. Dragon Lady, I really hope that you know what the fuck you're doing. Sandman and Dragon Lady wait a few minutes before they direct their attention to the entrance to observe Angel, Thomas, Mark, and Joyce entering the room with a smile. Angel. Hello again, Sandman. Sandman. You're the bitch who was talking on the fucking intercom. Angel. You catch on really fast. Dragon Lady. I don't suppose that the four of you clowns are the new owners? Joyce. You also catch on really fast. Sandman. I'll have you know that I'm not alone here. Thomas. Are you referring to your bald-headed sidekick Q-Ball? Mark. The dude who's laid out cold and tied up down in the washroom. Angel glances at Dragon Lady. Angel. Your two associates Mercedes and Teddy have decided to jump over to our safety operation. Thomas. So Sandman. It has been brought to our attention that you're a big-ass drug supplier from the south. Sandman. You bet your damn ass I am. You and your three fucknuts are dead once I get out of here. Joyce. Now from where I'm sitting, Sandman, you will not be killing anyone in the near future. Dragon Lady. You know that nobody is going to believe you four clowns, so you might as well let us go. Sandman. So what fucking circus do you four clown work for? Teddy and Mercedes decide to enter the lounge to join in on the conversation as they take a seat. Angel. Well, Sandman. We just so happen to work for one of the largest circus companies in Ontario, and trust me, Sandman, when I say that we have a shitload of CO working clowns. Thomas. We could give you a hint to who we work for if you like. Angel, Thomas, Mark, and Joyce decide to take out their police badges. Teddy. Fuck me. I didn't see that coming down the fucking pipes. Mercedes. You guys are the fucking heat? Dragon Lady smiles at Sandman. Dragon Lady. So much for us getting our asses out of here anytime soon. Teddy. So it was your fucking unmarked police cars we parked in the parking lot. Mark. I managed to sneak out during our tour to move the vehicles over to the side street out of the way. Dragon Lady. Just how long have the four of you been in the building? Angel. Long enough to obtain a shitload of evidences to bury your asses. Mercedes. But you promised to protect Teddy and I. Angel. You and Teddy will be protected from these two criminals. Thomas directs his attention to a text message. Text message. Detective Hearst. Detective Harris here with our drug unit. We're at the back door, sir. Thomas. I have to go let our drug unit in the back door. Mark. I'll stay back with the ladies to babysit our two losers. Thomas quickly leaves the lounge while Teddy and Mercedes begin to whisper to each other. Teddy. How do you know that we can trust these coppers to protect us? Mercedes. I have complete trust in these coppers to protect us. Teddy. Do you remember the last two asshole coppers we dealt with? Mercedes. Not every copper is an asshole. Teddy and Mercedes glance over at the entrance door to observe several drug unit officers entering. Angel. Hello, officers. Officer. Hello, detective. We understand that we have 3 clowns here to transport over to lockup. Mark. That would be Mr. Sandman, Miss Dragon Lady, and there is another male bald-ass party downstairs handcuffed in the washroom. Officer. All right, folks. I'm sure that you both know the drill. Sandman and Dragon Lady stand up while placing their hands behind